I love how he changed his pace of play completely halfway through the series during that game 2-3 span, caught Lima off guard to some degree, and that's what you got to do against these great players. You got to make sure you dial it up. And hit the studio. Button check or,
I think we're getting straight
right
into this one.
All right, let's go.
I saw them fist bump.
Let's go.
We're definitely getting into this one here. Losers finals, 2 matches left in the entire weekend, Jobin. We're hitting like 8 p.m. CST here. As we mentioned, everything is pretty well done. Smash has just been the lone survivor as we get towards our finals here. Jakal, I want to see how he's going to deal with the Lucas matchup because it's very different than anything he's really played against today.
Yeah, we've got some really interesting matchups to kind of finish off the rest of the day. We got Lucas, Wolf, and Sonic, the only 3 left standing after basically dozens and dozens and dozens of choices, matchups, variety. Right now, the Regalo, this guy doesn't look like he's been sitting for a few hours. This guy is warm. He is on it right now. This is exactly how he looked in his last matchup. To some degree, this is how he looked earlier on when he was making that nice run, and he is just continuing the nice play.
Yeah, early stock lead, and I thought that was going to star KO for a second there, but just enough for Jakal to be saved for the time being. I think this first game, I mean, I shouldn't say anything because of what we know about Jakal, but I think this first game is going to set the tone for the series. But first stock does not mean anything about the greater span of the game here. Although it looks like it might be going over to Regalo right now. If he keeps playing like that, can't get the final hit, but eventually one of those sweet spots has to send him away.
Yeah, at least Jakal did a pretty good job of finding trades, got him up to 80, 90 already. Now put together a nice combo or two. You can get that stock right back, make it into this 2-2 game, and maybe win a game 1 for once. Unless, maybe that's bad.
Yeah, maybe that's not the play. That's not what he wants. He needs those time to adjust. He needs to, maybe it's a mental thing. He needs to see the 1 on the opponent's scoreline to be like,
lean up.
It's lock-in time. Yeah, lean in, gamer lean, halfway into the monitor. Basically just sniffing the monitor at that point. But I'm telling you, it makes you better.
I mean, I believe it. You watch a lot of pro matches, guys are right. I don't even know how you can see mini-maps in the corner of the screen sometimes.
Yeah, on some games, like, players are... I think in fighting games, we see a lot more players who like to just kind of chill, like, whatever their posture is. But then we have some absolute freaks. You've got, like, Tokido, a Japanese legend in some other fighting games who likes to measure how far away he is from the screen at some... Like, he's done... There's players who do that. There's players who cover their hands because they don't want to have other people seeing their button presses, right? So... a little different. Everyone's got their comfortability with how they like to play at their setup. And
Regalo's comfortable.
Yeah, Regalo's beyond comfortable right now, but remember Jakal, not done in the series even if he goes down 1-0.
That's the thing. Yeah, right, you want to say series completely in control, but this guy is just he's taking these game 2s, 3s off better and better players every single time too. It's not like it's a fluke at this point. This is a trend in the topic. That is a great way to get that stock back though. Is going to be 2-1 still, unfortunately. So you have a lot of work to do. This has been an absolute masterclass by Regalo, but I never want to count Jakal out, whether it's game 1, game 2, or game 5 when his back's against wall. He pulls out absolute virtuoso.
Or even just kind of has a... That's a huge opportunity that I haven't even been realized. I've seen Regalo do it, but I haven't processed it in my head. He heals so much from the down B, from the, I believe it's Psy Magnet. That might be his or Ness's, one of the two there. But essentially, you're just absorbing projectiles and getting health back off.
Yeah, it's going to work pretty well into Wolf, especially when he's trying to use that projectile, trying to close that gap eventually. Regalo, though, still in firm command of this game. He has looked so damn good on this Lucas all day long. You talked about a little bit trickier to play into if you don't have as much under your belt as far as experience, but that is going to be Regalo. I mean, are we surprised Jakal lost game 1?
Yeah.
Do we need to say anything? Do we have to play game 1?
It's quite literally just the story of Jakal right now, but Regalo,
now we're gonna find out.
No matter what, though, Regalo came off on a heater, and I was kind of expecting Jakal to be a little bit more engaging in game 1, only because he just played a 5-game set, right? The hands are nice and warm, whereas Regalo's been sitting, he's been watching, he's been chilling for a bit, but comes back into this one and is immediately back into it. Looks like he never stepped off the setup.
So the fact that Regalo maybe wasn't getting like hands warm up, but this guy had a lot of time to watch all of Jakal's games on stream if he wanted. We got Jakal on stream 4 or 5 times today, I think, at this point. Because had to make all the run through the losers, making it all the way up to the top of the bracket now. So he's got a lot of data, a lot of info. Maybe the other Winthrop players that played against him, they say, hey, what are this guy's tendencies? Anything I can look for, anything I can exploit, capitalize on. You're getting a lot of info from a lot of good players, a lot of smart players, and that can really help you turn a series, even if you haven't been on the sticks the last couple hours.
Yeah, exactly, and sometimes you only need one game. Sometimes you only need one stock to really get your mechanics back to where you want them to feel nice and
button check
cold
B2 basically.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Just get in there and make sure things are going your way, and at least let everything kind of just disappear around you, become one with the game, and really lock into that
like
one.
no tag with his hat.
Yeah, exactly. Becoming one with Cappy there, and Mario, he was actually doing super well after the switch to Mario. That was a crazy set from early.
And a Mario hat on.
Yeah, I know.
Like
I can't.
Samus.
Yeah, that was.
What are we doing?
Jakal, first stock though.
Jakal first stock indeed, and that's a great comeback because that map one, or stage one, he played a very, very close game back and forth. Ultimately, well, for the first little bit, then eventually Regalo just figured out what he wanted to do, started to put that pressure on. So Jakal, though, this guy is the king of adaptation, adjustment, learning on the fly, making plays. He gets better. He scales as the series likes to go on. But obviously, it's a hard ask to try to make yourself come back every single series. It's just better go out there, get those wins, and don't have to stare at the scoreboard going, yeah, I guess I have to win 3 games in a row.
3 games straight. Yeah, man, that's a great.
Awesome.
Yeah, exactly. But Jakal, keep in mind, this is game 2, which means I am fully expecting a Jakal victory here. And I mean, if anything is being shown, it's that it's definitely a possibility, not the same story as game 1 at all. Regalo did have a great edge guard to be able to take Jakal's first one, or at least was just using the PK Thunder to put him into stressful situations. Then I think it was the forward air that actually finished that off. But nonetheless, Jakal, other than kind of being abused with his recovery, hasn't really been down too much in this game. Just the occasional grab combo from Lucas, the PK fires come out, and oftentimes when he does shoot those lasers and having the Lucas heal those up does kind of hurt you in the long run, but it's something you have to throw at the lasers eventually. You have to put hitboxes out.
And you got to play all your ranges too. You got to use that to try to close the gap on him, try to get up close and personal, which is where you can really start to put the hurt on him, unleash those claws, and start scratching and clawing your way to this game 2 win, because he is playing extremely well once more. It's only 1 stock left for Regalo. He is sitting on basically 100% in Jakal right now. He's got that stock in the bank. He's got a lot of damage. He's playing so well. He is scaling up through the series. In game 2, stop me if I've said this before, Jakal looks like he's going to win game 2.
Really? You think so? I don't know, man. It could be in the cards here. We've seen it previously, and a stock up. I'm sorry, Jobin is just
I'm losing it, man.
Right now.
I'm losing it.
It's been a long day.
Too many good games, too much going on. The venue was popping all day. The other games happening. We were getting bass in our hearts from the games going on, just like Jakal trying to stick it to Regalo, trying to even up the series. And I mean, at this point, you've got to think he's going to win this game 2. This would be absolute insanity to drop game 2 in this fashion and go down 2-0. You've got to think that killing blow is just mere moments away. And Jakal, game 2, big surprise, big shocker.
The kill had to come eventually. Dash attack being the option is definitely no surprise coming out from the Wolf. It's grabbed Jakal a ton of his kills there. That, both that, up tilt, the spikes occasionally have been pretty good coming from Jakal on top of that. And, I mean, Jakal, game 2. Jakal down game 1 is a completely different Jakal than in the rest of the series, because I don't know what it was.
I'm gonna ask him after.
It's gotta be like maybe losing game 1 is the equivalent of just getting like punched in the face and having real life rage, like his character does.
Get pissed off. Like,
honestly,
we're having a fight.
I just don't know what it is. Like, yeah, it's like the reality sets in, something about that where he's like, okay, I'm down 1 game. I do not want to get to a 2-0 deficit. Let me just win out the series from here.
I will 100% be asking him, so are you like throwing game 1, or are we just scale better, or what? How does this happen 4 or 5 times in 1 day? Basically trying to run through an entire school and a couple other players as well on his run through the bracket, but nice even game to start things off, and that's what we're going to see, more adjustments as the series goes on. These are both capable players. Obviously, Jakal's got game game 2, 3, 4 buff, so we got to see if Regalo can kind of buck that trend and stop that mid-traps.
It's like game 1 is improvise, game 2 is adapt, and 3 and 4 is overcome. Yeah, exactly. The 3-step process that requires 4 games, unfortunately.
Sometimes 5.
Yeah, sometimes 5 in rare situations up against a specific Bayonetta, but that was also, I mean, that was just, I still think Jakal could have taken that 3-1, and Lima just decided to come in and be a completely different human in game 4. But Jakal, like, actually just gritted his teeth, fought through to the end, and made his way to this loser's finals. And now, once again, grabbing a stock lead. Jakal down 1 game. I just still can't believe it.
It honestly seems like script fairy tale at some point, because it is just insane how things keep happening and happening in the same exact sequence over and over. That even the games are playing out the same. He'll get like dominated some of the game 1s, absolutely clear them game 2, and then the last game of the series is usually his masterpiece where he has everything put together, all the data's been collected, it's been analyzed, it's been assessed, and then he knows exactly what he needs to do, goes out there and just does, I just feel for 18.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it is not insignificant at all. And part of that comes from the fact that the Wolf laser is such a hard-hitting projectile. And I'm pretty sure it's only energy-based projectiles, not like I don't think you can take like snake bullets or anything like, wow. Okay.
Dummied.
Absolutely slaughtered. An instant reaction back from Regalo, but it's still a 1-stock lead from Jakal, and he keeps it. But yeah, as I was mentioning, I'm 99% sure you can't take like any traditional projectiles, but a lot of the like energy or fire-based one, something like that. Yeah, exactly. Ness is the same thing. Like you get hit by a snake missile, the missile's hit.
Yeah, the Minotaurians. Something.
Yeah, something the chosen one.
Force, lightning, fire.
Yeah, destroy the Sith, not join them.
Yeah, something. Wolf is currently beating the hell out of me in game 3 because it is not going well for Regalo. Getting absolutely pounded, 4 knees to the jaw. Follow up on that one as well. Jakal is just over the series, and I catch myself laughing explaining it because every single series is the same damn series but played with a different character on the other side. Jakal completely working at the stage, working game 3. Freeze is going to connect, but he's only at 40, and he was a little bit in the center of the stage, so Bing chilling it there, and 133-60. Jakal, you know he's looking for this kill shot.
Like I could have sat at the corner of this tournament as a fortune teller and just scammed so many people. You will get 3-1 by Jakal.
The last thing you see before you get 3-1. Oh my god.
The cards get flipped. It's just a wolf.
Oh my god. Regalo is still in this game to some degree. He can find this stock, somewhat early enough, because right now he's on death's door. I think he knows that. Jakal knows that, but he can put together some combos, get some of the damage, maybe try to heal up a little bit, even though, it's going to help a little bit at least, give you a little bit of sustenance, but he's got to play a damn perfect stock if he wants to take the lead back in the series.
Yeah, 140, something like a dash attack and up tilt will hit here. Forward throw, just going to give him a little more space on the stage to work with, tries to hop over.
He's doing it again.
He's doing it. Game 3 goes over to Jakal as well. Series point, looking to head to grand finals to face another teammate. We could have another civil war possibly in grand finals. That would be Jakal and Sonics there, but we've still got more series to play. If the script does come to fruition, though, wouldn't be surprised to see the 3-1 as the final scoreline. Lima has been the only player to break that, to breach contract and diverge from the script here today.
NBA.
Yeah, come on.
Now, though, game 4, Jakal up 2-1 over Regalo as things stand. Grand finals point on the horizon against his fellow classmate Sonics. Regalo already getting worked in the early game. He kind of fell off that last game. Jakal has really been taking control of the series, and it's always these adjustments. He's so good as the series goes on, gets better and better. It is so impressive to see, so nice to see, and right now, he's just hoping to continue on his pace.
Yeah, similar to this last game that we saw too, it's also much more even at the starting of this. We've seen that exact same interaction with the PK Thunder like actually 4 or 5 times here in this game now, where he comes from the ledge and it doesn't actually hit the full multi-hit there, and you see Jakal just gets popped up vertically. Interesting interaction. Honestly, wonder what the reasoning is that it doesn't actually hold him in the full thing, but honestly, I'm just not familiar enough.
Oh my, Jakal is going to take the first stock. He was getting beat up a little bit. Nice little comeback, and this guy, he is powering up with each passing moment in each passing game, and this guy is starting to hit flow state. He's feeling good. He's playing good. He is set up, ready for success. That is an amazing answer by Regalo.
Yeah, the throws are sometimes all you need, and I think there's something that Regalo has been underutilizing in this matchup. We saw him use throws for a lot of kills. The grounded down throw as well, we saw him use to start some combos in previous sets, but hasn't really been too fond of them up against the Wolf here. Ooh, look at that. A little Zair loop trying to get started, but it shut down early. I think Jakal might have been a little bit too low to keep extending that one.
Jakal's doing a great job of just piling up the damage. He did this these last couple games. He built himself such a nice lead where even though Regalo can and did bring it back to some degree, you just put yourself at just enough distance where they can never really close that gap. They can never really get up on you, take that stock. And Jakal right now, methodical. The way he has changed his pace of play all day from this crazy aggressive W key style to I'm going to sit back, play a little more counter, wait for you to try to open up, wait for you to get aggressive, and then I'm playing Wolf. I can punish that with every single fiber of my being.
Yeah. Gallo has Rage available as well. This means kills are going to come a lot earlier to himself, especially if he can just find something to get started. Going from 66% to a kill is not unreasonable, but you know what is reasonable? A back throw from Jakal.
Jakal.
Aim for Jakal up a stock. You know the vibes.
Regalo, you gotta dig deep because your tournament life is hanging in the balance. The difference between second and third, the difference between having a chance to get in that grand final, take that first spot potentially up against Sonics, who has been sitting pretty for quite some time now. But Jakal, he's still got a little more work to do, but damn it, you are doing it.
Yeah. He's definitely not done just yet, but he's so close. He can taste.
He just looks
grand
so good
finals.
in series too.
He can
so
taste
much better.
The matchup with Sonics right there. You just need one more good hit, one more solid string to find this for yourself. Regalo is the one person who can stop it. And honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if he could, but Jakal,
so hard.
If history has said anything, 3-1, definitely possible.
This is so tough, though, for Regalo. You have 93-0. He's got a big, big lead on you, but this is still in the cards. You got that stock back. You gave yourself a chance to be competitive, and now you're starting to take over this last stock as well. You've gotten half this damage back already. You're putting Jakal on the back foot at least for a moment or two before he's going to get back to his usual tricks. Jakal, can you regain control of this? You do not want to push this to a Game 5 and risk having everything go into that. And potentially, right, one mistake, you could play perfect for 4 games. You make one little error if it goes to that Game 5 and your entire tournament can fall apart.
Or it won't. Smash from Jakal to finish it off. How fitting.
Do we just start Sonics up 1-0?
Well, that could be a legit way to get Jakal to technically
Fisher agreement, Fisher handshake.
That could be hilarious, actually. But I mean, honestly, we don't need to do it. We just need to wait. Well, maybe 7 minutes, considering Sonics is in the game and going to be on there. But we don't need to wait too long for these grand finals. We're going to track down Sonics, get him over to the stage. We will be right back for